The story of electricity. From rivalry to revolution. In the late 19th century, the world was changing faster than ever before. Factories were rising. Cities were growing. Industry was expanding across Europe and America. But when the sun went down, darkness still controlled human life. Streets were lit by gas lamps, homes relied on candles, and night was still a limitation humanity had not fully conquered. Then came a discovery that would change civilization forever. Electricity. But the rise of electricity was not peaceful. It was a story of ambition, rivalry, betrayal, and genius. A battle between two men with completely different visions for the future. Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla. This was the beginning of one of the greatest technological wars in history. Chapter 1. Before electricity ruled the world. Long before electric cities existed, scientists were already experimenting with mysterious invisible forces. One of the most important figures was Michael Faraday. Faraday discovered electromagnetic induction, the principle that moving magnets could generate electric current. This discovery became the foundation of modern generators and power plants. For the first time, humans realized electricity could be produced continuously. But generating electricity was only half the problem. The real challenge was, how do you deliver power safely and efficiently to millions of people? At that moment, nobody had the answer. Chapter 2. Edison and the birth of electric light. Then came Thomas Edison. Edison was more than an inventor. He was a businessman, strategist, and visionary. He understood that inventions alone were useless unless ordinary people could use them. After thousands of experiments, Edison developed a practical incandescent light bulb that could burn long enough to become commercially useful. The invention shocked the world. People suddenly imagined cities glowing at night. But Edison knew the bulb itself wasn't enough. He needed an entire electrical system, so he built one. His system used direct current, also known as DC electricity. In 1882, Edison opened the first commercial power station in New York City, powering parts of Manhattan. For the first time in history, electricity was flowing into homes and businesses on a large scale. It looked like Edison had won the future, but there was a serious problem hidden inside his system. DC electricity could not travel very far. After only a short distance, power became weak. This meant power stations had to be built every few blocks, making expansion extremely expensive. Edison's dream worked for small areas. But could it power an entire country? Probably not. Chapter 3. The arrival of Nikola Tesla. Then a young engineer arrived with a completely different idea. Nikola Tesla. Tesla was brilliant, mysterious, and obsessed with innovation. He could visualize entire machines inside his mind before building them. When Tesla first worked for Edison, he believed they shared the same mission. But the two men quickly clashed. Tesla believed the future belonged to alternating current, AC electricity. Unlike DC, AC could travel huge distances efficiently. Transformers could increase voltage for transmission and reduce it again for safe use. This meant a single power plant could supply electricity to entire cities. Tesla saw a future where electricity could reach everyone. Edison did not agree. Some stories claim Edison promised Tesla a huge payment for improving DC generators, then refused to pay him. Whether fully true or not, the relationship collapsed. Tesla quit. For a period, he became so poor that he worked digging ditches just to survive. But everything changed when he met George Westinghouse. Westinghouse immediately understood Tesla's vision, and together they declared war on Edison's system. Chapter 4. The War of Currents. The battle between DC and AC became known as the War of Currents. This wasn't just a scientific disagreement. It became one of the nastiest public technology wars ever fought. Edison feared losing control of the electrical industry, so he launched a campaign to convince the public that AC electricity was deadly. He organized demonstrations where animals were electrocuted using AC power to show its dangers. He even supported the creation of the electric chair using AC electricity because he wanted people to associate AC with death. The campaign terrified the public. Meanwhile, Tesla fought back differently. Instead of fear, he used spectacle. During public demonstrations, Tesla allowed high-voltage AC electricity to pass through his own body while lighting lamps wirelessly. Crowds watched in shock as electricity flowed around him harmlessly. Tesla wanted the world to see that electricity could be controlled safely. The conflict became larger than science. It became a battle of reputation, fear, and influence. Chapter 5: The Chicago World's Fair. The turning point came in 1893. The city of Chicago hosted the World's Fair, one of the biggest events on Earth. Millions of visitors were expected. The organizers needed someone to light the entire exhibition. Edison wanted the contract, but Tesla and Westinghouse offered a cheaper and more efficient AC system. They won. When the fair opened, thousands of electric lights illuminated the night sky. Visitors were stunned. Many people had never seen electric lighting on such a scale before. The victory changed everything. For the first time, the public truly believed AC was the future. Edison's dominance began collapsing. Chapter 6: Conquering Niagara Falls. Soon after, Tesla and Westinghouse achieved something even more incredible. They harnessed the power of Niagara Falls. Engineers built a massive hydroelectric plant capable of converting the force of falling water into electricity. Even more importantly, AC power successfully traveled long distances from Niagara to nearby cities. This proved Tesla had been right all along. Electricity could now power entire regions from centralized power plants. The war of currents was effectively over. AC had won. And to this day, most national power grids across the world still use Tesla's alternating current system. Chapter 7: Electricity Changes Civilization. Once electricity spread globally, civilization transformed rapidly. Factories became more productive. Cities became brighter and safer. Elevators allowed skyscrapers to rise. Electric trains reshaped transportation. Soon came radios, refrigerators, televisions, computers, and eventually the internet. Electricity became the nervous system of modern civilization. Yet despite helping shape the future, Tesla himself struggled financially for much of his life. Many of his ideas, including wireless global power transmission, were considered too ambitious or impractical at the time. Meanwhile, Edison became one of the most famous inventors in history. Both men changed the world in different ways. Tesla imagined the future. Edison built the systems that brought technology into everyday life. Chapter 8: The Legacy of the Battle. Today, electricity feels ordinary. We flip switches without thinking. We charge phones, power homes, and light entire cities instantly. But behind every light bulb lies a forgotten war. A war between two visions of the future. One man wanted control and commercial dominance. The other dreamed of limitless energy for humanity. And from that rivalry, the modern world was born. Ending. Every glowing city, every powered machine, every illuminated screen exists because humanity learned how to tame electricity. And at the center of that story stood two extraordinary men, Edison and Tesla.